Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So thank you so much for your valuable responses for yesterday's session. And today we are going to work on the technical demo plan. So I will give you a quick recap what we discussed yesterday and then I will walk you through the technical demo part. What is a Microsoft Fabric? This is part which is very important. As I said, Microsoft Fabric is an end-to-end SaaS analytics platform that brings every data tool into one single product, one copy of your data. So earlier, how the architectures are, we discussed in yesterday's session in 30 minutes duration, right? I have given two different case studies there, how the four different disconnected tools and how it is working. So now why we move to the Microsoft Fabric to avoid those are all functionalities we have all in one here, all your data factory, data engineering, warehouse, real-time intelligence, Power BI, all as an one single product. And it is fully SaaS. We discussed about SaaS, PaaS, and AaaS as well. So it is a fully software as a services, no infrastructure to provide patchwork or scale up your activities. And it is completely built on one lake. So every workload which we are going to work on share the same underlying data, which I have said we are going to cover in the further. Once we will get start with the one lake creation, we will cover it at that time. So what we discussed, a quick insights to you. The problem statement we discussed, four disconnected tools like we will extract the data via pipelines and we will store the data in the data warehouse, and we will report the data via Power BI. And even if we want to see some advanced analytics, we will go for the Spark jobs by using Databricks and so on, where we can see the data duplication and broken of your data governance. Now we will move on to the what is Microsoft Fabric. As I said, one SaaS platform unified every workload on one copy of your data. In a simple terms, also we discussed one. I mean, it is why Microsoft Fabric is like OneDrive for your data too. SaaS versus PaaS versus AS. So we discussed about it. Fabric is a full SaaS application. So Microsoft manages everything. You just have to sign up and then come up with your data. That's what we are going to do it if you are working on a Microsoft Fabric. And discussed about seven different workloads like data factory, data engineering, data warehouse, data science, real-time intelligence, Power BI, and the databases and mirroring activities too. A quick glimpses there. Capacities, if you want to get start with the Microsoft Fabric, your compute, like you have to, it will be get start from the F2 to F2048. Maybe if you are working with a smaller like testing or a little bit of smaller development activities, will get start with the F2 and so on. So it will be get it double from F2 to the F4, F4 to the F8, F8 to the F16, and so on to the F2 to F2048 for the complete enterprise level analytics and architecture definitions. And coming to the licensing, we discussed about the free trial is there, so where you can test it and evaluate the application whether it is meeting your requirements or not. So today I'm going to share you the link also. So I will also briefly explain what it is. And pro license, what is the benefit we discussed, Power BI, premium per user and Fabric capacity, FSK, stock keeping units, we discussed about yesterday's session. And workspaces, it's a, as I said, it's a container for your project tied to your capacity, and there are segregation of roles. Some roles we discussed about it, like example, admin roles are there, right? Admin roles, member roles, and contributor roles, and viewer roles. So we discussed theory dedicatedly these type of roles, what it is. Like admin is going to have a full control, including managing everything of the workspaces and so on. And member role can edit or modify, right, add any new content and manage your complete workspaces. Contributor is going to create and edit, which is very important. These are the different roles that we have, four different roles that we have once we will get create the workspaces. And the viewer role is going to have only the read only access to your report and as well as the data. A quick glimpses so that hope it helps you. What we are going to discuss for today, as I said, on the technical demo part, we are going to discuss about creation of the Fabric trial account. Okay, we are going to spend some time there. I will also provide a link how to get connect to this. Next, we are going to see the tour of the Power Fabric environment. So, what are the environments? How can we switch back from one to another, from Power BI to the Fabric? We are going to discuss about it. And third part, we are going to create a new dedicated workspace for our learning series, like Fabric Learning Demo is the name I'm planning to give it. And along with that, I will also showcase to you the experiences between Power BI to the Fabric environment. It's like we will need to understand the vertical scroller, what kind of an activities and functionalities that we have. And maybe if it is ending, I will showcase to the capacities where we are going to cross verify the capacity configurations and so on. Which capacity? So this is a common question. How do you get to know what capacity my workspace is on? So this is very important, where and how we are going to cross check this particular assigned capacity. This part also we will discuss. Fine. As a technical demo checklist, maybe you can also take a snapshot what we are going to discuss. So we are going to create an account, right? I will help you to give the link at your end. Please pass your own details like your personal mail ID. Okay, if you don't have your works, I mean like a working mail id, you have to set up an account for this. It will not work for your I mean like if you want to get connected to the Fabric trial, it will not work for the Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook. We need a proper school or working mail id so that it works, right? So on the tour, as I said, creation of the workspace, switch experiences between the Power BI to the Fabric. This is what we are going to discuss on the technical demo part. So last we will come to the key takeaways, and before that let's move on to the activity what I'm going to discuss on the technical demo part. So this is how the front end look and feel which you are currently observing. So to get connect, let me open a WordPad as well so that it is easy for you to get it remember. Please follow here. If you want to get start with connect to the Fabric environment, it's not a on premises or something. We need to have a dedicated browser, right? So to get start with this, so I will type here app.fabric dot. I will post this link in the description box as well to get connect to this microsoft.com. Okay, this is the one. Okay, copy this. I'm using in private mode because I already connected it my regular browser. Paste it here app.fabric.microsoft.com. So this is the front end interface for you. So everything, as I said, it's going to be a cloud environment only. So here to get connect, we need a work or school email ID, not with our personal mail IDs. We need to get start with a working mail ID. For that, you can try with your trial accounts. Maybe if you are already working in a jobs organization, you can try with a trial license, right? You can go with the trial capacity and get start with this. Whoever not working, if you want to get start with creation of the new accounts, so you have to follow some steps. We need to have a organizational mail id. You can see here, if you use your email address provided by an organization, you are affiliated to work as like an employer or school, the owner of the email domain may or manage your accounts, including modify, terminate the access, and so on. Right? So how can we get start here? So whoever not having any account, I will add you this link as well. So get start with creating a trial accounts. Okay. So start a free trial. So I'm using a Microsoft Dynamics 365. Don't confuse here. So here also you can create a trial accounts actually. Try for free, or maybe you can try for some another, right? Some another objects like sales or services and so on. I'm just using the try for free. Click on this. Any one of it. Try for free. Enter your personal mail ID. So again I'm repeating, whoever not having any of the working mail IDs, if you're not working anywhere and you have only Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook, if you want to test it with some, I mean like test it with the creation of this account. What are the functionalities that we have? What are the workloads and so on? You can create via this approach. Provide your personal mail ID. So I'm providing my personal mail ID. See here, start with your free trial. See here what it is asking. Please enter a work account for the best trial experience. It's not allowing my personal mail IDs. So I had to set up an account. This is for the new users only. So maybe if you already tried and created some accounts on Microsoft accounts, working accounts, it will not again recreate. It will not allow you to recreate. So make sure that it's going to be a new email ID. Okay. Setup. Click on the setup part. It's redirect to the some another browser. So anyway, you are going to make use of the trial only. So click on next. Don't worry about it. Dynamics Restore Sales Premium unit price is $157.50 and so on. Click on next. Enter your personal mail ID. Again, I'm entering my personal mail ID. Click on next. No need to pay any account, any amounts here. Just you have to create an account. That's it. You have to set up an account here, right? So currently I'm using this already. Some account is there. I mean, working mail ID is there with this name. So I'm just showcasing the part to it. Okay. Set up an account. It will ask you to enter your verification code. You'll receive a verification code to your mail ID. Please enter that. Yeah. Verify. Okay. So see here, you already have an account with this. So what you have to do, you have to enter your name, okay, username, name of your first name, last name, and how the name, email ID has to be get it set out, like name and your domain details. Okay, you have to enter those details as well. And then it will ask you to get start. So don't go for the payment part. You can stop up to the sign in details. So this is how the email creation, this is how the mail creation will be, get it reflect on your web browser. So what we have to do, copy this email ID and paste it as somewhere like this. Just copy and paste it here for reference. Okay, until the trial ends. So, and one more thing, I just want to showcase to you a few more details, and along with the link also I will provide it to you. So maybe if you want to try with the fabric trial capacity, here, this is the link. This link also I'm going to post it in the description box so that it is easy for you to take it as a reference. So this article, if you're observing Microsoft, maybe if you want to try with the Microsoft Fabric trial capacity, and it is offering 60 days to explore all the functionalities in Microsoft Fabric, including data engineering, data science, business intelligence like Power BI and so on. And the trial, it will be get allows the storage mode up to 1 TB of data in 1 lake. So going forward, we are going to discuss about what is 1 lake also. And what are the limitations if you are navigating and make using of the trial account? As I said, if you are moving with the trial account, limitation is some features are not allowed here if you are using a trial accounts like Copilot, and some advanced AI services are not available if you are making use of trial account. Setting up an account, it is very easy. Methods to follow the creation of the trial capacity. So it's as simple as easy. Once you have a proper working mail ID, not your personal mail ID. Again, I'm repeating working mail ID, then it is as simple as easy. And with your personal email ID, if it is already created, it will be get reflected in this way. So my account with my personal account, already an account is there. Okay, working account is there. So it's not allowing me to create one more Microsoft services related activity. So this is the link, start a Fabric trial for free. So once you click on this, it will navigate to the browser. Same app.microsoft dot, okay, app.fabric.microsoft.com. So you have to get it signed up there. Okay. What I will do in the sense, if you're observing, I have already opened a browser. This is how the front end look should be. So let me make you sure. One more time, let me log in. App dot fabric dot microsoft dot com. So I'm using my domain credentials app.fabric.microsoft.com. So this is how the front end look if you're observing my screen. So currently, as I said, if you're observing on the left hand side, lot of activities or items are there. On the home tab, you can see the various quick connections related to the Microsoft Fabric, and we had to get created dedicated workspace if you want to make use of the Microsoft Fabric functionalities. So as of now, I haven't created anything. So we will get it created that soon. And slowly, if you can observe, Copilot is there. Workspaces, so multiple workspaces are there with my domain, including my domain. So these many workspaces are there. And this is the Copilot. So as I said, some advanced AI related functionalities and so on. We need some specific license for this Copilot and AI services. One lake catalog. So going next session, right? We are going to discuss about the Lakehouse and as well as what is this one lake and so on, one lake foundations and so on. Monitoring activities, and if you want to observe your earlier jobs, whether it has been succeeded or is there any failure, with this monitoring we can get it allowed and check the status of the earlier jobs execution. Real-time intelligence, which we discussed on our workload, which is one more one of the item related to the streaming source system. We will discuss it as a separate topic. And workloads, maybe if you want to make use of the third party workloads for your data to get it integrated with the Microsoft Fabric, they are supporting various variety of third party workloads are there. We can make use of it as per your business requirement, including Microsoft workload, Microsoft Fabric related workloads too. And coming to the my workspace, this is we are very familiar. My workspace is your personal capacity workspace. As I said, it's going to be a container for your project items. So you it will be get it stored your data flows, semantic model, Power BI. Maybe if you are making use of the data science related activities or real time intelligence like event house, event streams and so on, it will be get it added on your my personal workspace. It's a repository also, we can call it. And very very important, as I said, if you can come down here, currently as I said, app.fabric.microsoft.com, this is the web browser link. So we are all familiar app.powerbi.com, whoever coming from a Power BI background. And if you want to publish your reports from Power BI desktop to cloud environment, we are going to make use of app.powerbi.com. Copy this and paste it here. Same only, you can see the two another monitor with this, right? app.powerbi.com and those functionalities and features on this UX part. See here, this is how it looks like. Currently, I am into the Power BI. So here itself, we can switch back between Fabric to the Power BI too. So we know this one, right? In the left hand side down corner, we can switch from two different, switch back from Fabric to the Power BI, Power BI to the Fabric as per the business requirements. Fine. Maybe if you want to build some new items related to the Fabric, obviously we can click on this Fabric related and we need to get it created dedicated workspaces and then get start with the further activities and so on, right? That's what we will do it. And here I will also discuss about the trial license. If you're observing at the top part, I'm currently using Power BI trial capacity with 27 days left. And maybe whoever creating the new Fabric trial accounts, once we can get connect to the trial accounts, we have to enable some features from the admin portal. Please keep in mind. So we have to navigate to the accounts manager. You can see in the small avatar button, right? Click on this. Click on this. You can get to know what are the license type. So whoever connecting first time, you can see the license type is going to be free trial, right? Free trial, it is going to visible to you. And you want to get it configured with the Fabric trial account, right? What we have to do, so it will ask you to buy our go with the trial, you can click on the trial and it will be activated for 60 days. Please keep in mind. So after 60 days, it will be get it renewed with the same domain administrator one to couple of times. After that, we have to move on to your dedicated fabric capacities and licenses. As I said, it will be get start from F2 to F20482 as well. Fine. And one more thing, whoever connecting for the first time users, so you have to configure one more activity by navigating to the settings option, governance and administrator, admin portal. Here you have to turn on one more feature. So whoever first time connected, app.powerbi or fabric account people, you have to go to the settings, admin portal, user can create fabric item. First time users, this option has to be get it disabled. We have to turn it on so that we can get start with the fabric related activities. So if it is turned off, you don't have an option to get it make use of Microsoft Fabric activity. Make sure that this feature has to be get it turned on, right? So then once it will be get turned on, we can see this fabric content and Power BI content. We can navigate between these two. Okay, please keep in mind. Please observe here one more time. I'm showcasing to you settings, admin portal. Here, tenant settings part. The first time connection to the app.powerbi.com or app.fabric.microsoft.com, this feature you have to turn it on. User can create fabric related data, new items. Once you turn on this feature, then you can get start with see the fabric related content and so on. Otherwise, you're not able to see you're not able to see any fabric related new items or workloads. Please keep in mind. Fine. So currently we know this Power BI, I'm into this Power BI. And if you want to get start with the workspace creation, again, I'm repeating, if you want to store your project related semantic model or reports or dashboards or fabric related workloads like a data engineering, Lakehouses, semantic models, and so on, we need a dedicated workspace. Right? We need a dedicated workspace to create a new workspace. As I said, as a part of our learning, I'm going to create a new workspace. Please observe, I'm going to showcase you to something to you. I'm giving a name as the new workspace name as Fabric Learning Demo. Okay, this is the name I'm providing, Fabric Learning Demo. And please try to provide a description of your workspace so that it is these are the standards we will follow in real time for this workspace, which is dedicated to your report building. And domain is an optional. Suppose if your reports are, if your projects related to the specific domain, you can configure your domain. Like example, HR domain, sales domain, right? Supply chain related department domain, or maybe if you are working with the quality related domains and so on, you can specify the manufacturing domain and so on. You can specify the domain control here, so that domain listed will be there, so that it is easy for you to get it referenced, the report, semantic models, and so on. And if you can go little down, workspace is image is an optional. So most of the times we will add as per the project, so we can easily upload this workspace images so that it is easy to track which workspace it is and so on. And coming to the contact list, whoever the owner of the workspace who is creating, we can add the owner. And maybe if you want to add your partner, or else maybe if you want to add some technical user accounts, we can add here as well, which will be continuous for, iterations part. It will be get it added every 6 months renewal of your technical user accounts. And coming to little down, this is the workspace types. So please keep in mind what a user can do with this workspace depending upon the individual user license as per the users and workspace types. These are the different types of workspaces that we have. Please observe here. Power BI Pro license. Still, if there is any clarity missing, this is the right way to discuss. And maybe you can also post it in the comments so that it is beneficial for the others as well. Power BI Pro, this is the most common workspace type for Power BI and it is a default configured Power BI Pro license. Select when user want Power BI features such as collaborating the reports, the dashboards, scorecards, and so on. For fewer than 500 users, all users must have. This is important. This line is very, very important. All users. That means end users must have the Power BI Pro or Premium license or Power BI individual trial accounts so that they can start viewing your reports and so on. Power BI premium per user, maybe if you are working with a larger semantic model, or maybe if you want to perform multiple data refreshes more than 48, I mean, exact number is 48 data refreshes per day, this premium per user workspace will be get it supported. Okay, and supports up to the semantic model more than 1 GB of memory. Okay, and XML endpoints will be get it added to you. Very important, pro license, they are charging, segregation of the license is also different. Power BI Pro license, they are charging around approximately 10 to $15. Premium per user around maybe $15 sorry, 20 approximately. Like that, Power BI embedded license is there, which you are observing the grade kind of a icon, right? Grade one. And fabric trial. So first of all, please keep in mind, you are make use of the fabric trial account only. You are not directly navigate and make use of fabric. So whoever get start with the new account creation, please cross verify. Okay, when you are configuring from the license type from free to the 60 days trial account, make sure that you are going to make use of fabric trial account only. Okay, you can see all the workloads. You can enhance the capacity unit from 4 capacity units to the 64 and so on as well if you are using the fabric trial account. Other than AI in Copilot advanced functionalities, you can see all activities, all functionalities, everything on the fabric trial account. So make sure that you are going to make use of the fabric trial only. Okay, so to do on hands-on activities and so on for the further sessions, it will be very beneficial for you. Fine, Rajendra, then how can we connect this one? So currently if you're observing fabric learning demo, for me fabric trial is turned off. What I will do, I'm currently using the F2 license because after multiple iterations of my particular tenant activities, I had to enroll for the F2. So I just have to pass that F2 license. Let me resume the F2 as well. Currently, I'm not using this activity. So that's the reason I stopped it and I'm currently using. So this is my fabric capacity which I'm using the SKU with F2, right? And maybe if you want to check and different SKUs, this is the listing card. It will be get start from an F2 to the we discussed up to F2048, but other than that we have advanced enterprise level like F8192 also. So just try to cross check, and as per the utilization of your works and so on, you can make use of it. Okay, the sizes you can change it also. Fine. One more query, I will get it from most of the people, right? So how can I change the capacities? So currently I'm using this particular capacity. I want to scale it up from F2 to F4, or maybe I want to scale it up from F16 to next one, F32, or F32 to F64. How can I scale it up? It's as simple as easy. And first of all, you have to get to know which capacity you are working on or using on. So see here, to get to know which capacity you are into, click on the settings, admin portal. You have to navigate to the admin portal only. So if you're observing on this admin portal, once you turn on this feature, users can create the fabric item. If you can little down, capacity settings is there. So here, capacity settings part, you will see whatever the, as I said, right, different licensing type. Premium is there, embedded, trial. So for the people who are connected the first time, you can see the trial account only. So currently I'm currently using the fabric capacity. You can see my capacity here. I'm currently using F2. I want to upscale, I mean like enhance my capacity from F2 to the F4. I can just set it up as a new capacity in the Azure environment itself. Click on this and I can change the capacity unit from F2 to F4 also. Let me showcase to you, but I'm not going to change it. It will impact the cost as well. Okay, it's going on. So see here, I'll just try to upgrade it. That's it. F64 is max and create it and run it. That's it. Or maybe I want to change it from F2 to F4 currently, right? I can change it. Select this, F4 capacity unit. It will be doubled if you're observing the charging SKUs part. F2, it will be getting double to the F4. F fabric capacity unit, CU. Okay, the naming standards are very important. FSKU. Okay, stock keeping units. SCU stands for capacity unit here. It will be getting double F4, F8, F16, F32, F64, and so on. You can see the cost estimations per month. And to avoid, as I said yesterday's discussion, right, there are two types: pay as you go model and reserved capacity. Okay, so two configurations we have. So maybe if you want more details about the capacity related, please comment in the session, right? So I will give one more separate session related to the fabric capacity license and details. Okay, fine. Currently I'm using F2. So this is where we are going to track and check it. So even you can just try to cross verify here also by using this gear icon action, which SKU, where the region we have used and what is the capacity unit. Okay, this is API, I mean tokens and so on. You can observe it here. Fine. And few more important things we have to get it to observe here. Workspace query, warehouse snapshot, and these are all items on the ones you can get start with the fabric. Used usage based consumption calculation on August 2026. And CU, again, don't confuse. Capacity unit consumption pattern may shift depending on how your warehouse is being used. So please keep in mind these are all important notifications and update. Don't ignore it. Okay, let me get start with the workspace creation without any delay. Let me do it. New workspace, fabric, learning demo. This is what the name I have provided earlier. See here. Now, once I earlier it was parsed, now it is running. Now I resumed my F2 capacity. You can see my fabric is enabled and turned on, right? So this is located in the Southeast Asia, and a smaller data semantic model for the storage. Larger, maybe if you're working with the larger semantic model, maybe the data will be grow in future very largely, like analytics part. You can make and configure this larger semantic model also and apply the changes. So how can you easily identify which workspace it is? So if you're observing fabric learning demo, next there is a diamond symbol which is related to the fabric related content. So if you can navigate to the workspaces, you can also observe some another workspaces like community NAD, DAG FDD, Databytes F2, data demos, and so on. These are all related to pro license related workspaces. Okay, pro license workspaces, maybe I'll just try to showcase to you. If you are using the pro license workspaces and if you want to work on the fabric related content, it will not allow you to do these activities. So see here, please observe, I navigated to one of the existing pro related Power BI pro related workspace, no diamond symbol. And if you can observe here underneath new items, these are all the workloads which are available. Click on the new items and all items. These are all comes under fabric related content. Okay, fabric related activities and so on. Okay, workloads it is. Maybe example, as I said, we will get start with the Lakehouse creation. So basically some of the recent workloads will be appear at the top, recent, and if you want to scroll down little, visualization part, present your data which rich visualization part, different set of items, workloads are there. And if you can go little down, you can see databases part. You can see variety of workloads, get data, mirroring database, existing database instead of pulling again, store database, right, prepare data, right. These are all the workloads. Maybe as I said, let's get start with one of the workload creation. As I said, we'll get start with the Lakehouse now. Okay, let me store the data in the store data part, Lakehouse. Click on that. What it is asking you, upgrade to a paid Microsoft Fabric capacity. So it is not allowing you the pro related license related workspace, the fabric related content. Okay, to work with the lake houses, this workspace need to use the fabric enhanced capacity. Okay, so it's not allowing you to make use of the pro license related workspaces. We already created a dedicated workspace now, which we just discussed. Let's try to showcase to you. So you can search here Fabric. Let me refresh. And please post your comments if you're how you feel it. Okay, it's very important to me. Workspace, Fabric, learning demo. This is what we are going to work on the series Fabric learning demo. This is the Fabric related content. New item, click on the new item. So as I said, these are all the workloads that are available. Okay, so you no need to go to the some different tools and settings. Okay, all the applications or tools, everything will be visible to you underneath one Fabric. Okay, so you need to copy your work or get it on some acquire some skill set and so on. You can find it out for getting data or to store your data, historical plus current data warehouses, everything. Or maybe if you want to pull the data from some external sources like Google Cloud Computing or Amazon S3 buckets and so on, external tools like shortcuts we have. We will discuss thoroughly those details and so on. Storing data part, anyway, we are going to have lake houses. Let me showcase to you the lake house creation. Okay, let's get start with the lake house. After that, I'm going to stop it. Okay, so I don't want to take more time. So tomorrow, anyway, we are going to discuss few more interesting topics on lake house and one lake as well. Let me give it as an first lake house creation. Fabric LH. And Lakehouse location is currently it is Fabric Learning Demo. Lakehouse schema, like example, if you're working on a database part, we will see some dedicated schemas to like a DB or database object schema, or maybe if you want to create some staging layer schema to store your temporary data or some enterprise level data, we are going to use the enterprise EDW schemas, RDS schemas, report development server schemas, and so on. Like that, Lakehouse schema is there. Earlier, this feature is preview. Now it is dedicatedly if you have this functionality has been enabled. Click on this. We get start with some lakehouse creation. Tomorrow we will load the data and so on. Okay. This is how a simple process to get start with the lakehouse creation. So what is this lakehouse and one lake? Those topics we are going to discuss in tomorrow's session. And one more interesting topic. So before closing the note of today's activity, key takeaways for today's Fabric, as I said, it's on one SaaS platform, software as a services, replaced to work on a four different set of tools as in one single tool. Coming to the capacity, it's a power. So FSKUs, we are going to call it capacity unit to determine as per the compute engines you are going to configure from F2 to F2048. Workspace on every project that's going to live up on a dedicated workspace for your project. So accordingly, you can make use of it and get start adding like a lake houses. Just now we created the lake house. Like that, you can get it create data warehouses and reports, semantic model building or dashboard creation, real-time intelligence, and many another. So we discussed about the switch back between the Power BI to the Fabric environment as well. That part also we discussed. So this is how, I mean, like, hope you like it. And please post your comments below so that it is very helpful to me. Thanks for joining for today. So happy to help you. Thank you.